So students, next we will discuss about the applications of the DNA fingerprinting. So what is the first application here? That is for solving the criminal cases. For solving the criminal cases. Okay, so how we can solve the criminal cases on the basis of the DNA fingerprinting. Okay, so now this diagram, let's have a look over this diagram. Here the blood sample that is collected from the criminal site, and that is known as the criminal scene here. Okay, so we will get the DNA fingerprint of that criminal scene, and then we will match it with the other three suspects. Now what is the suspect means here? Suspect means that we have a doubt that out of these three, one is the criminal. So we will take out the DNA fingerprints of those three individuals, and then we will match the DNA fingerprints of those three with the blood sample collected we have collected from the criminal site. So if suppose out of those suspects, if any of the DNA fingerprints, the DNA bands, it will matched with the DNA fingerprints of the sample that we have collected, then it will show that the particular suspect, that is the criminal. So in this manner we will diagnose or we will solve the criminal cases. Now the next is the paternity testing. Paternity testing, it depends upon the genetic similarity, because the VNTRs, that are the sequences, that are the repeated sequences which are transferred from the parents to the children, and somehow the DNA fingerprints of the children, they match with their parents. So on that basis only, if suppose the DNA fingerprints, it will match with the DNA bands of their parents. Okay, so on that basis the maternity testing will be there. Now in this diagram you can see that the son and the daughter, they have almost a close comparison with the DNA bands that are produced in case of the mother and the father. But the stepson, it produces a different kind of the DNA bands. Okay, so DNA bands that are different in case of the stepson. Now next, that are the to diagnose the hereditary diseases. Next is to diagnose the hereditary diseases. Okay, what are the hereditary diseases? In the previous chapter we discussed about some genetic disorders. Okay, like thalassemia, sickle cell anemia. So many genetic diseases we discussed. So what happened that if suppose any individual is having the genetic disorder, then the DNA fingerprint of that individual, it will not match with the DNA fingerprint of their parents. There will be the genetic variation will be there. So on that basis we will come to know about the genetic diseases. Now next application is to study the genetic variation in the wild species. The wild species, they have some different characters as compared to the native species. Okay, so we can study the different means the genetic variations, the genes which vary in case of the wild species. We come to know about the genetic variation that is present in the wild species according to the on the basis of the DNA fingerprinting. Now next is selection of the right antibiotic treatment against the bacteria, especially the resistant species, as the antibiotics, they kill the bacteria, but some bacteria, they develop the resistant power against the antibiotics. So on the basis of the DNA fingerprinting, we will come to know about the genetic variation that are present in the resistant species of the bacteria, and on that basis we will select the right antibiotic which will kill the bacterial species. So these are the applications of the DNA fingerprint.